Hey guys, it's Emma coming to you with another tarot and oracle reading. These messages are timeless, so whenever this finds you, I trust that it was supposed to find you at this exact time. If it doesn't resonate at any point, please do not struggle to make it fit. Just leave it behind for the person it's for, okay? Let's have a message for the collective then, please, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to hear? Message for the collective. Message for the collective, please. Okay. So we are coming from a period of rest. We are coming from a period in which we've pulled our energy back from groups of people, from external circumstances, in order to create a greater sense of balance within ourselves with this Temperance card here, okay? This gives me angelic guidance. It also gives me the balancing of masculine and feminine energies. We have the Knight of Cups as well, which is the classic romantic of the deck. You're somebody who is a lover girl / lover boy. And with the World card coming up here, we have completion, we have accomplishment. Really, the combination of these two cards gives me somebody who has really come into their own with their emotions, with their self. This is a knowing of the self, knowing what drives you, what wakes you up, what gives you passion, what brings you joy, and choosing to incorporate more of this into your world, into your reality. Your horizons are currently expanding at this time. With this Three of Cups card here, I believe that you are focused on community. I'm getting a sense that there has been a culling though when it comes to this. Yes. Seven of Wands, okay. So you have realized the value of your energy. You've realized that it's taken you a long time to come into this owning of the self, of your emotions, of who you are, as somebody who romanticizes life, okay? You may have been criticized for this by people, people who really cannot see with your vision, your eccentric, eclectic vision, which allows you to appreciate the small things. You may be somebody who really appreciates the small things, and you get excited and you get happy about little things like a flower, for instance, and it takes your breath away, and the people around you cannot fathom what it is that you're seeing that is making you have this reaction. But it's because you're the Knight of Cups. It's because you are love. You are love itself, and this is what you're embodying, okay? You're embodying this very high vibrational Venusian energy is what it's giving me. Venusian, Venus, divine feminine, beauty, harmony. This is what you're doing at this time. And with the Seven of Wands here, you are very willing to protect this energy. And when I said I feel that you've been having a culling of people from your life, this is what it gives me. It gives me that you have realized that certain people who were around you were not actually worthy of sharing in this divine energy that you embody. And you are now willing to protect this energy. You are willing to protect the progress that you have made, to remain within this Knight of Cups energy where you have the world at your fingertips, okay? This is a completion, an inward journey that you have seen through to the finish. More on this, please, Spirit. More on this inward... Wow. Okay. Yes, yes. We have the Magician. So this may be something that you manifested, okay? You had a realization that your life was not in the state that you wanted it to be. And you began to manifest. You began to have visions. You began to visualize where you saw yourself, where you were headed. With this Three of Pentacles card, you began working on a new vision, building something new, building brand new foundations for yourself, removed of any tricky and manipulative energy. We had this in reverse, the Five of Swords. It speaks of a fight. It speaks of conflict. Really reversed, this speaks of walking away from conflict, removing difficulty from your life, removing difficult energies, difficult people, places, things from your life in order to step into your highest purpose as the Magician, okay, as the co-creator of your reality. This is coming back into a sense of power. It is coming back into a sense of power through self-discovery. This is somebody who has really spent time alone. They have spent time quiet, resting, recuperating, searching, having this curiosity about parts of themselves that they perhaps gave up for relationships, for other people, to be accepted, to have people around them. And I believe that this greater sense of self, this greater sense of knowing, this self-love that you have come into has made it so you don't really, you're not preoccupied with the connections around you externally, okay? Because you know that you can manifest and attract whatever it is that you're worthy of by releasing, okay? This is a releasing, a clearing, a purging. You have realized that in order to call in that which you are truly destined for, that which is aligned with your soul's purpose and your highest path, you must be willing to sacrifice and let go of things that do not align with this new vision that you have for yourself. And and on the top of the deck, we have the Tower. Yeah, so this is a complete crumbling of the old foundations of the self. And with the Three of Pentacles here, we have a rebuilding of these foundations, okay? You're building something brand new, a new identity, a new material realm for yourself, okay? What more? What more around this, please, Spirit? Whoa. Okay. Okay. Oh, you've been through it. We have the Death card. And we have the Ten of Swords. The coughing as well. This is a timeline where this previous timeline that you're moving away from is a timeline where you couldn't be yourself, where you felt hunted, you felt persecuted for showing up in your authentic state, okay? This Ten of Swords represented how you felt within this previous reality before you watched it crumble to the ground. And yeah, here we go, Seven of Pentacles. You've been really, really working on cultivating something brand new for yourself, coming from this Ten of Swords energy. You were deeply hurt, you were deeply betrayed. This gives me, it gives me rock bottom. It gives me this idea that there was perhaps a specific moment where you questioned whether you would survive this, whether you would transcend it, whether you would ever get back up again. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But I mean, here we have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay, which gives me new opportunities within the material realm, also stability and grounding, okay. I feel that this was very much centered around a grounding within your own energy, which is signified by the Knight of Cups, sorry. Nine of Cups, what's that? Wow, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, okay? So we're very much aligned because this is how things happen for me. I declared to the universe that I was ready to embody the vision that I had for my life. And that's when everything changed, okay? I feel that you have a direct communion with something. You are connecting, speaking with something, be that your higher self, God, your guides, however you refer to it. But you made an active decision to go towards the pull of your destiny, your North Node, away from the conflict and the difficulty that left you with 10 swords in your back. And you watched it all burn. You set it on fire and you walked away in order to see the world, to see wholeness, to embody wholeness. This is what this card is giving me. This is giving me somebody who was fractured and somebody who has now come back to a sense of spiritual fulfillment and a general sense of well-being, okay? I mean, coming from this, you have the Magician, you have the World, you have Temperance, you have Seven of Wands. You've come back into a peaceful state, a state of integration, a state where you are no longer chopping pieces of yourself off on behalf of others. We have justice on the top of the deck. Okay, this is justice. This is divine justice. The universe has had a hand in this behind the scenes. Okay, I think really what it is your commitment and your dedication. The universe has responded to that. Despite how this had left you feeling, despite feeling like you could not get back up again, like this was the end, you did. You crawled up off of that floor. You yanked 10 swords out of your back and you alchemized the fuck out of this negative energy that you were subjected to, okay, into this new beginning, into this death of an old cycle, the end of a cycle. And you're headed for something brand new. Let's get some from the Starseed Oracle and see if we can get any more info on this. What more would you like to communicate, please, Spirit? Yes, yes. Okay, 2 more. Thank you. We have the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So this is what this is. It's your devotion to yourself, your devotion to spirit, to God, to something higher has unlocked this new path for you, okay? You have a lot of good karma is what I'm getting with the Justice cards, Dharma. All of these things that have happened to you, I don't believe you were somebody that matched the energy that you were given. I believe you always strived to do better, to be better, despite what it was you were surrounded with, despite the pain and the difficulty that followed you and the conflict. And this is why you are being rewarded by the universe with this fresh start, okay? With this insane innate capacity for alchemy. This is one of your spiritual gifts. You are an alchemist. You are somebody who can transmute any form of energy, negative, positive. It's all the same to you. It all works the same. It all fuels your power. There is no good, there is no bad. And you are devoted to this path. You are devoted to yourself. Finally, you are devoted to yourself. And here we go, you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. And this reverts back to what I was saying about this culling that you have experienced within your own community, be that friendships, be that family, be that relationships. You have had to let go of so many things. And each thing that you let go of was removing a sword from the back. And there may have been many, many things that you had to let go of. And that's, I mean, there's a lot of swords there. There was a lot that you had to remove in order to get back up into your most high, authentic energy. But this is really telling me that this journey, although you may have been physically alone, although there may not have been many people around you, you have always been heavily surrounded by your guides, by spirit. Because they see the value of the work that you're doing. It's not just you that this work is affecting, it's those who came before you and it's those who will come after you, okay? This work, this internal work that you're doing is a domino effect. It's having a domino effect. Incredible. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Yes, this is exactly it, okay? You have been through a death. You have been through an ending. I mean, it doesn't get much more intense than that, does it? It really doesn't. You've been through a very, very intense ending. And this, I said earlier, Venusian divine feminine energy, this is what it's giving me because we have mother's milk, deep love. This is really tapping into the energy of the feminine in order to heal. Ooh. And in order to speak your truth. I feel that perhaps this collective, and I've said this previously, this always comes through, to be honest, was functioning in a very masculine energy because you were put into that energy by people around you who did not support you, who did not give you what you needed, who did not kind of reciprocate your energy. You were put into a heavy, heavy masculine energy of doing, of exerting, of controlling. And stepping back into this divine feminine, welcoming back the divine feminine into your energy, has allowed you to release control, to connect more highly to yourself, to the divine, and to receive the guidance that you are so and have been so worthy of on this journey. And that's what you've been doing. You've been connecting. There is a reconnection, a re-establishment of the self, of the spiritual self, the spiritual body. Let's get some from this deck. What more for the collective, please? Give me a story. Give me the progression. Okay. Wow. Whoa. Yeah, okay. So we have the Father and we have the Destroyer. This is giving me exactly what I've just said. This idea, perhaps there was a father wound. Perhaps, you know, you had a difficult relationship with your father, and this was affecting your relationships with men in general. You were seeking that which you never received. You were seeking stability, safety. But if you feel internally, based on your experience, that you are not worthy of stability and safety, you are going to be re-attracting those who reflect that unworthiness back to you. So this may have shown up in a relationship pattern, in going for the same partner over and over again and getting the same result out of the relationship, which was destruction. Nothing would last. Everything was kind of ephemeral. It dissipated after a time because it wasn't built on truth. It was built on wounding. It was built on need. It was built on wanting to fill a hole, to fill a space. And you could never fill that space with another person. You had to fill that space with yourself. You had to find yourself. You had to integrate yourself. And this is what you've done because you traveled to the underworld. Okay? You recognize the problem that you have been in this overtly masculine state, because that's where you were put, that's where you were conditioned to be, in survival mode. And you took a journey to the depths of yourself, to the underworld, to the shadowlands, a dark night of the soul, if you like, to truly see what it was that was keeping you enchained within this cycle. You're in a cycle. A 10-year cycle might be significant because we have the Ten of Swords here. A 10-year cycle of pain and suffering. And this has ended. You've completed this cycle, and what you have achieved in completing this cycle is ultimate creation. You are the co-creator. You have the power of the universe in your hands. You have tapped into a power that you were cut off from previously. And it does really relate to divine feminine energy. You know, the feminine is the portal between worlds. The feminine births. The feminine brings life from the void, from nothing. And this is this energy of the creator, okay? You've seen that you can change your life. You can go from this pain, this suffering, to this power. You can be, you can do anything that you want to be. And you've discovered this for yourself through this long, arduous journey of pain, of heartbreak, of loneliness, of isolation. Because I do believe that this has been a very isolated journey. It was likely that many people did not understand the work that you were doing. And likely one of the reasons that people left your life the way that they did, because they could not wrap their head around this change in you. You answering the call towards destiny, towards your highest purpose, okay? There were likely a lot of people around that saw you in this energy and thought, you'll never get back up. And they were pretty pleased with that because it made them feel good. Oh, how wrong they were. This is your justice. You are the creator now. You have the power within your hands. I'm going to get some of my own oracle cards. And then we're going to end the reading there. But a balancing of internal energies that brings you into a sense of spiritual authority and spiritual power, and having power over your life. Okay, you're not within the victim mentality anymore, and most people are within the victim mentality. Okay, most people, life happens to them, not for them, but we're leaving this behind, and life is now happening for us, from us, by us. We are not just a victim of circumstance. We are not just somebody who stands there and watches things unfold. And yes, we can be to a degree when it comes to manifestations, because that's the power that we kind of occupy at this time. But we are a force to be reckoned with, is what I'm getting through here. I mean, if you can survive this and pull those 10 swords out of your back on your own, you can survive pretty much fucking anything. Anything. This is a very, very powerful collective that I'm speaking to. One that has been on a very intentional journey of self-discovery and reintegration, okay? Oh, yes, we have wisdom. It's no surprise that you're somebody who's very wise when you have had the amount of painful experience that you have had. And I believe really there's a mirror here, because the capacity of this painful experience in this previous timeline is going to be matched positively in this new timeline. The scales are going to be balanced, okay? Your suffering and your joy will meet. They will be balanced. It's no longer going to be one is much heavier, one is much more at the forefront than the other. There's a balancing that's happening here in every sense of the word. Wow. This is it. You've reclaimed your power. You've reclaimed your truth. You've reclaimed all of those pieces that you hid on behalf of a system that wants you to remain small. Perhaps you've realized this. Perhaps you now see the chains. And this is, it's a crazy thing. Once you awaken, you see the chains everywhere. In so many little ways. But you are reclaiming yourself. You're reclaiming your freedom. Okay? And you're stepping onto this new timeline of freedom, of creativity, of being the power. You are the power. You have the power. And this is your gift. This is your justice. This is your karmic jewel, because you have suffered. You have seen the dark. Not only have you seen the dark, but you have welcomed the dark. You have worked with the dark. You have spoken to the dark, to your shadows. And that's why you have been given this gift of sight, this gift of vision, this gift of knowing, the gift of self. Know thyself. There are not many people in this world who truly know themselves, removed of what they have been told. This is an insane gift to have, to know yourself. A singer, community. Okay, so you may be an artist currently looking, well, I said earlier, community. Community is a big thing here. And I do believe it's because you have lost all of those who were around this previous version of you, okay? And you're now looking to fill the void that you have cleared with things that align with you. You're looking for your community, your soul family. This singer card, not only does it give me actual singing, but it gives me speaking your truth, using your voice, being seen. We have 222, which is balance and harmony. This is what I've been saying. This is a balancing of everything that was out of whack before. And the universe is helping you to do this. There is divine intervention here. Wow. Okay, we have alchemist. What did I say? Any energy that comes your way, good or bad, you alchemize this into pure, radiant light and power to propel you forward towards your destiny. This is the gift that you have been given through this experience, okay? Those 10 years of suffering, of difficulty, it was just racking up experience for you to transmute, for you to come into this insane amount of power. And that's where you're at this time. You're a very, very powerful individual. We have poet as well. I'm speaking, I mean, we have the Knight of Cups here, which is the classic romantic of the deck. This gives me poetry. You have a poetic soul. You have a very, very creative soul. You are an artist, okay? You are here to create, to alchemize those experiences into something beautiful. And these experiences can change people, can guide people, can heal people. Let's get some more on this. More, please, Spirit. What else? What else does the collective need to know? Love this card. A surprise is coming. Woo! What's the surprise? Okay. Achievement. So you may be working on something, a physical material project that you're about to come into some sort of achievement with. This could be business. This could even be friendship. I mean, you're very focused on community at the minute. This could be something that you're actively manifesting. Perhaps this is a recognition of your achievements, of your work as an artist, as a poet, as a singer, whatever it is, however it relates to you, that will actually bring you into this sense of community, that will introduce you to those people that are meant to be with you on this journey, okay? We have 1414, which is 5, which is massive change. 1 is alignment, intuition, spiritual awakening, and 4 is protection. So this journey of awakening for you, you have been guided this entire time. You have been insanely protected, because it takes somebody very special to make the decision that you have made to close that cycle that you were trapped in and likely inherited. Woo! And we have pride and we have rebel. This is letting go of the mask. This is letting go of pride in order to step into your purpose. And your purpose is as a rebel, a trailblazer, somebody who thinks outside the box. And, you know, oftentimes people will look at you and they will say, well, what the heck? What do you mean? Things could never be that way. It couldn't be like that. But that's what they always say. They always say, oh, no, that's not real. That's not possible. And then somebody does something and everything changes. This is what you're here for. Do not let pride get in your way. Release the pride. Release needing to be or come across a certain way to other people. And step into your true power. Reclaim your purpose as this rebel, as this trailblazer, okay? You are not like everybody else. You never will be. You were never supposed to be. You are here for a very special purpose. You are here to birth something entirely new into this world that is needed. That's why you were on this initiation. That's what I'll call it. This 10-year cycle that you went through was an initiation into your highest being. Share your gifts. That's exactly it. And we have luck and success here. Once you begin to open, once you begin to share your gifts, everything is going to change. Maybe you're doing this at this time, okay? We have 1818, which is a 9. We're in the year of the snake. That's completion again. 1313, which is 4, which is protection again. You are very, very protected and supported in this path, okay? And you really do have a guarantee here that when you begin to really open up and share your gifts, removed of pride, removed of the mask, you are going to be coming into a string of luck and success and achievement. You are meant for this. You are meant for abundance. You are currently operating from a very abundant energy, and this is going to begin to reflect within your reality. Let's get a few more tarot and then we'll leave it there. 29, not so bad. 2, 9, 9, 10, 10 again. 9, 10, 11. Okay. A lot of wands coming out. New ideas, potential, new beginnings, opportunity, growth, and we have the incoming card here, okay? So your passion is being revived at this time. Perhaps there are new creative projects that are coming to you. You might be receiving downloads about which way to channel this creative energy that you have come into. Okay? This wants to be materialized. It wants to be materialized is what I'm getting. If it hasn't already been, you have a lot to give, you have a lot to share. People need to hear of this. They need to hear of this journey. Page of Wands, the messenger card, inspiration, limitless potential, free spirit, freedom. You are free, you are reborn. You are reborn in fire, in passion. This is what your new timeline consists of. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is developing skills, mastery in skills, something that you're doing, being recognized. And it could be poetry, it could be singing, it doesn't have to be, but any kind of art form that you are drawn to at this time, please share it. Please don't sit on it. You know, don't leave it in your notes. Don't leave it on your computer. Let it out there into the world, and do not worry about likes, comments, any of that. Do not worry. There is no need to worry. Just show up as yourself and the universe will do the rest. But have patience and have grace, okay? Once you've done something, release it. Let it go. Don't obsess about it. We have the Page of Swords. New ways of communicating. New ways of thinking. A messenger of truth. And this is what I get with that singer card that came out as well, okay? You are a messenger of truth. And this truth is a fiery truth. It's not a soft truth. Is what I'm getting. You know, it's the sword of truth. It cuts, it cleaves, but it also heals. It's also a salve. You know, this is the yin and yang coming back in again, the balance. What else do you want? They're asking me to pull more, so we're gonna pull more. What else about this, please? Okay, yeah, I mean, I said this a second ago. You have a big purpose. You do. You have a big purpose. Okay? You're somebody who has been through a lot of pain. Mental health problems on your journey were likely very, very significant for you. And there are people who are out here struggling with the same things that you have managed to overcome. You have all the tools in your belt right now. You have a full tool belt. And you can, there we go, look, artist, you're an artist. You're meant to share this. This is your gift. This is your purpose. If you are questioning this, thinking, I'm not sure if I'm good enough, then put that down straight away. Because Spirit is telling you, this is what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to share this, okay? We have Leo, which is fire. I said this was a very fiery, passionate energy that you are coming into. Leo is the king of the jungle. You are a king. You are spiritual royalty. A very, very high ranking within the spiritual realm because of what it is that you have done, the initiations you have faced and flourished through. And once again, we have luck. This is a very, very auspicious time for you, okay? Because the universe is responding directly to the work that you have been doing to remove these 10 swords from your back and come back into balance and knowing of the self, knowing of the purpose, knowing that you are an eternal, all-powerful alchemist, magician, spirit, okay? You're more than this body. You've realized this. You're a healer. This is your work. Through your art, through your poetry, through your singing, through whatever it is that you create, you have the ability to heal people. To bring people closer to the pieces of themselves that they rejected, hid, buried. In your own reclamation of these pieces and your display of these pieces, you show people that it is possible to be whole. To reinvent themselves, to break away from that which kept them chained, to reclaim their freedom, to trust their inner knowing, removed of the external noise. This is the gift that you give people. I'm going to get a few from the Literary Witches and then I'm going to end it there. I know I keep saying that, but More for this collective, please, Spirit. What more wants to come through here? Belonging. Yes. This is really kind of your focus at this time. You are looking for your community. You are looking for your people. You are looking for somewhere to share this power, this kind of leadership role that you have come into. And it may be very quiet right now, and you have this big voice and these big dreams and all of these things that you want to share, but it may kind of feel like it's falling on deaf ears, is what I'm getting. Do not give up. Keep doing this. Keep doing this. Okay, we have love here as well. This is Venusian energy. You're tapping into Venus energy, the divine feminine, through these creative endeavors that you are undertaking. More here about this, okay? More. We just had Leo and we have Lion. Yes. This is power. Pure sun, solar, fire energy that you have. And you have Knife. This is that sword of truth. This is cutting through the shit, cutting through the nonsense to the core truth of the situation, to the truth of your own being, and to the truth of other people's being as well. You likely at this time, because of everything that you've experienced with this energy, you are a lie detector. You know very, very quickly when somebody is wearing a mask, when somebody is being dishonest, because you have walked through the fire. You are very aware, very, very aware of how, you know, some of these people around you have been operating and how they continue to operate. And this is likely why you removed them from your life, okay? Because you could see right through them. You weren't playing ball anymore. And as you did that, there may have been some last kind of lash outs. They tried to take you all the way down because they saw you rising and they couldn't rise themselves. Fate. This was your destiny. This is your destiny path. You were destined to be this healer, this artist. You may not have seen this at the time when you were going through that cycle. You may have thought, wow, life is just a miserable shit show, basically, for lack of a better term. And I get it. I was there too. I really thought I was cursed, and I was so wrong. It was the opposite. You know, I just had a more difficult journey than most people around me because my gift was that much bigger at the end. Mushrooms, love them. This is growing. This is silent growth, growing in the dark places. This is what you've been doing, okay? You know, this culling left you alone. And you use that time where you were on your own to rest, to recuperate, to get in touch with the inner voice. Because there was less of a distraction around you, you were more able to recognize the truth, your own truth. And you've grown from this. You know, this wasn't the end. It felt like the end many times. But you kept going. Humanity. You're a healer. You are here to work with humanity, okay? You're a humanitarian. You are here to do something with and for the collective at large. Deja vu there, crazy. And community, once again, yes. So you may be somebody who is actually working within kind of an artistic community at this time. You may even be a tarot reader yourself. You may be within the spiritual community here. But this is really telling me that you found a sense of belonging within the self. You found yourself and you were able to grow into this sense of belonging within the self. It was your fate to come into this higher sense of self-love. It was the point of the journey all along, even though it didn't seem very clear at the time. This was always leading you to this greater sense of knowing, this greater sense of a connection to the self. And in the future, we have the community and humanity. Your work involves groups of people. It involves speaking to and being seen by groups of people. I think that's it. I think that's it for the reading, guys. But incredible energy once again. I mean, whew, I can feel it. It's heavy. It's heavy. because you've been on this journey for a very, very long time, and you've come from this. But my God, how things have changed. How things have changed and are continuing to change for you for the better. Privileged to read for you guys. I'll see you again soon.